Hello again, folks. It seems that there's been a bit of a problem with the Barrow Dyad catalyst because loads of people can't get the quest to start it because they're lacking in tithes. Now, this doesn't look like a bug. It looks like quest stuff that we need to have done. But of course, we're not told this at all. So let me explain exactly what you need to do. And stick around to the end as well because I'll explain to you how you don't have to do an expert version of the Nether either. Nether, yes. Now, I found all of this out on a Reddit thread, okay? So I'll leave that linked in the description below. Thank you, folks, for that. That's totally brilliant. Plus, there was a link to 360 Game TV video about finding these bits and bobs. Now, even though I've already found them all for another secrets video, in the comments of the video as well, it was incredibly useful to see how many people it had worked for. So it seemed there's a few different aspects to this that we need to think of in order to get this tithing thing to work. So another big shout out to 360 Game TV. I shall leave a link in the description to the video as well. Now, the problem people were running into was that they were going to the tithing sort of panel, but they couldn't activate it. It was just saying you are lacking something. So the first thing you need to make sure is that you're on quest step 15 of 18 on Act 2 Rites of the Deep. That's the weekly story quests. We do have 3 more steps for this as well, so I don't know whether or not this is going to come into it. It's still possible it could be a bug, but make sure you've completed that first of all. And the second thing you need to do is collect these Coalescences of Sorrow. Now, these drop from chests from secrets in the Nether. Now, I've done a previous video about secrets in the Nether, and I have included it all in there. But what I'll do now is show you the location of the 3 chests and where the Coalescence of Sorrow can drop from. Now, another annoying thing to add into the mix is that sometimes these little quest things aren't there. They're just not active. So you have to keep on reloading into the Nether. I'd go in the private Nether. Go into your privates in the Nether, and then keep on going to these 3 locations until you see them active. Because sometimes I've gone to the Ogre one, and I couldn't investigate the towers to activate the plates. So I just loaded back in again, and then I could do it. So it seems that they're not active each time. Plus, it could also be that the Coalescence of Sorrow isn't a guaranteed drop every time either. Now, because I'm investigating this now and I've already completed the quest, I can't tell if the Coalescence of Sorrow isn't dropping for me because it's finished for me, if you see what I'm saying. So let me know in the comments if they've dropped every time for you. But you need to do these 3 secrets next. So to spawn the Ogre to get the first Coalescence of Sorrow, we're here in the trenchway. Now, I've come through here to the big gap. You must recognize where we are here. The room with the tithing thing is just over there, look. But now we've got this little thing at the end here. Now, this is how we summon this Ogre. And he should drop a Coalescence of Sorrow. Now, I've already had mine drop before, so whether or not it'll work or not, we don't know. Let me just investigate here on that one. We'll activate that pan, and then we're going to make our way across to the other side. There we go. There's a way to go there. Look, and another one. There we are. Lovely. And over here. Then we've got a pan over here to ignite. There we go. Let's do that one. Investigate that, baby. And then there's another one on the far side over here. There it is. Look, on the tower there. Yeah, I'm trying to remember. Right, we should have a big git turn up now. Hello, large git. I've got my PvP trousers on. Never mind. Slam him in the face. Hit him with that. There we go. Lovely. He's dead. And again. There we are. Beautiful. So there we go. We've got our chest spawning. So when we open it up, we should get a Coalescence of Sorrow from here. But I've already had it, so I might not get it. But let's just see. No, I've already had it, so it hasn't dropped. But that's that one there. And just to show you what it looks like, look, here's how it dropped for me the first time I opened the chest. Now, for the second one, you want to come and get this fellow here. You can see he's a ravenous thrall feasting on worms. Now, I'm looking at the main court of Oryx platform here, the Court of Blades platform. Well, I'm here, look. That's the only way I can describe it. There's a big open entrance there. We can't go any further. You've got the big cables around there. You've got these 3 pillars here, but you can't miss him, really. He's there on the corner, okay? So what we need to do is shoot him up the arse to get him to follow us. Don't get too close to him or he'll blow up. And once he sees you and starts following you, there we go. He's filled, yes, now. Now he's going to follow me around here. Okay, we want to lead him up here. Leave those knobs there, because we don't want we do want any fighting, do we? Here he comes, look. And what we want to do is leading up to this patch of worms here, okay? So let's let him come and do that. Come on, you. And then he's going to transform into an acolyte. An acolyte. Here he comes, the plodding git. Get a move on, you glowing-faced Burke. Yes, yes. Right, do it. Munch on the worms, and then he'll go whing and change into an acolyte. Then we need to shoot the acolyte up the arse. Oi, there he is, he's following me now. Now he's going to follow us out this way here. Come along, fellow. Come on, here he comes. We're going to lead him out here, and there's another bag of worms out here somewhere. Where are they? Up the end here, that's right. Here they are. You can see all the squirty worms here. Let's see, he's following me there, lovely. Yes, that's good. Follow me, follow me, follow me, follow me. Now, he should eat these worms, and then he's going to transform into a big knight. There we go. There's the big knight, and then all we're going to do is kill the knight. You there. There we are. Let's kill him. And then we should get the Coalescence of Sorrow out of the chest. Now, apparently, see, I don't know whether or not this drops all the time or only some of the time, or it's not dropping because I haven't got it. But let's see what happens when I collect the loot. And no, I didn't get it. I got an Abyssal's Edge, but it has dropped for me before from here. So this is another place where you can get a Coalescence of Sorrow. Right, so here we are in the Mausoleum, and the second secret which could drop a Coalescence of Sorrow is the one with the Cabal. They're all sort of frozen and hidden. Now, you might have already done this if you've done my secrets video. That applies to all of them, because I've already shown all of these before. So you should have the Coalescences of Sorrow, the 3 of them. And then all you need to do is the weekly quest. But let me show you anyway. So we've got one Cabal here. So we'll shoot. You shoot the thing holding it, and then that drops him down. And then you can kill him. Yeah, like that. Just kill him like that. There we are. Go. That's one down. Then we're going to run down here to the second one. Okay, so we're running down here. And the second one is kind of strung up in this archway here. So let's do that. There they go. There's his taken balls. Killer's taken balls. He'll drop down there. Lovely, lovely. That's them gone as well. The next one then is right up the top there. Look, off the spike. Hello, Spike. So shoot that. Milligan, who is excellent. Kill that dire phalanx there. And then the last one you can see just through here. Look. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll just jump up here and land on here. And then we'll shoot the git like that. And then he'll drop down somewhere. Where is he? There he is. Hello. Kill him there. And then he should drop a chest somewhere near him. And then this is where you get your Coalescence of Sorrow. Whether or not it drops every time, I don't know. So let's grab it out of here. I've already done it. So chances are I'm not going to have anything. There we are. See, I've got absolutely zilch. But that's how you get that one. Now, a lot of people are saying that that fixed it for them, and then they could actually say they were now worthy with the tithes, and they could jump through. Another way to do it is to have somebody in your fire team who's already done all of this stuff, and they'll be able to drag you through the portal with them as well, so you don't have to have all this stuff done. It does seem to be very confused, this quest step. So it seems that this is the way to beat it, and something else crossed my mind as well. For the first one we did in Act 1, we had to complete the entire Act story. So after we did the 3rd week or 4th week of the story, wherever it was, then we were found worthy for the tithing. Now we've got 1 more week left of Act 2, so maybe it's not supposed to unlock until then, but we won't know until then either. But this could be the way it actually is, or it could be a workaround. But it's worth having a little look at it, because if you're frustrated and you want to get the catalyst up and running, that's the way to do it. Now, I've done a complete video on actually how to get the catalyst. The thing drops from the chest, you go to the shaping slab, and you get yourself up to rank 12. I've done a video about the best ways to grind for this. I'll leave that linked at the end. But the final step proved to be quite annoying for me. So according to this, we need to complete the Nether activity on Expert using only close-range weapons, shotguns, glaives, or swords, as well as the Barrow Dyad submachine gun. So I've equipped myself out with my Barrow Dyad. I've also got my Nether's Oblation in there because they said shotguns, and there's my Abyssal Edge as well. And I'm trying out these Peacekeeper builds, yes. So here we go then. I gotta run a complete Nether here. Ugh, I'm sick of this. Go in here, advanced Nether, and let's see what happens. God, I've got to I haven't even finished the final shape story on my Titan yet. That's why I've got all this rubbish popping up on the screen. Right, okay, so we shall see what happens. I bet you £1,000,000 it's not, and I've just been trolled just to do this one more time. Collect rewards. Yeah, it's not going to happen. It's all bloody lies, look. Oh, hang on. No, it worked. Oh my god, it worked. It absolutely worked. It worked. Run and do it, folks. Did we just unlock that baby then? Did we get it? You don't have to do the expert version. Well, well, well. I wish I bloody knew that for my video yesterday. Good God. And I was so sick I couldn't be asked to try it. Right, let's go to Mars then and see what happens. Well, 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 well. So here we go then. Reshape. Submachine guns. The only one I've got on me at the moment. Right, so I can't do that. That's next week. What should I have here? Small bore. No. Arrowhead break. Is that on there? No. Extended barrel. I don't bloody know. We've got ricochet rounds. Hey, Rick. Right, so we've got Take and Diverge. We've got anything about it. Right, so there we are. I've got it. High impact reserves. Look, rounds at the end of the magazine deal more damage. And then we've got hatching precision blows or rapidly defeating targets with this weapon spawns a thread link. Look, we got hatchling on it as well. Although, as far as I'm concerned, probably high impact reserves is better. But it might be worth taking that for a spin. We still got one for all to come there. And we've also got target lock, which will be my go-to once it's finished. That's pretty good. I like that. Good lord, there we are then. So a shout out there to Phil Kernick. Thank you so much for the comment that you left. Because otherwise, I would never have known. Normal matchmaking instead under on advanced, don't do the expert. That's going to help out a lot of folks. Brilliant stuff. So hopefully that'll sort it out for you folks, but let me know in the comments and let others know if you've got any other hints and tips about this, because like I say, it all seems to be a little bit confused. And if you want to see my grinding guide for this, I'll leave that linked at the end. Well, coming up here now in a minute after all my lovely members' names. Thank you so much for watching, and I shall speak to you all again very soon. Sausage Head.